We're going to have some fun with the family here. Now, you will wash the dishes now because the Watts can't be asked and needs to go to the 9 to 5. Why the fuck do I have to do everything around here, you? Why you do it, you fucking idiot? Now, this disrespect is out of order, and you ought to think about the ramifications of the disrespect of the Watts. You're a fucking idiot, you. You need to get your finger out because it's about making the effort. Well, we ought to think about what the definition of effort is on the other side of the spectrum here, because as you can see, we've got some sort of arrangement. Tell me I'm in fucking insane. I tell you what, you're mentally projecting. You want to get your head examined? I'm sure there'll be no consequence for the afflictions of the people who express. Anyway, mate, don't worry about it. We're not going to wash the dishes because it's somebody else's job. Like, because, hang on a minute. Yeah. Now, we ought to, well, there's nobody here. Anyway, what makes you think that somebody isn't just having a good time? I can fucking explain anything. Makasoni na. So, who are you? Who am I? What's the floor? What's the sky? Do you understand? So, I tell you what, right? These videos, they get watched, right? I don't give a fuck about your like button, but I tell you what, there is such a thing as an algorithm. So if you actually want to fucking do us a favour here and wake up this retarded world full of people who ought to be, we ought to be miserable about our shameful existence and start locking people up instead of treating them with love and feeding them full of poison, look, the better. I tell you what, you won't be fucking happy where you're going, will you? Psychiatrist. I tell you what, I'll school you at your own game. So you better think on your sins. Because, Doctor, it wasn't Friday the 13th for me. So you better taste your own medicine. But, you know, people have locked me up despite the fact that I don't want to hurt anyone, right? And that I can promise you. However, if you're going to impose things on me about self-belief and not provide any sort of empathy, understanding or guidance to those that actually need fucking guidance, I'll tell you what, genius, you're going to suffer. And do not blame it on God, because you did it to yourself. Psychosoma Magadian Makasisa.